When I started writing, I didn't set out to be representative or to be an activist of any kind. I simply wrote a story that I believed was urgent and necessary for me. A story about love and fear and the courage it takes to live authentically in a world that might not welcome you. I'm motivated by stories that explore how people navigate social pressure, how they find ways to be themselves despite external constraints. I think the LGBTIQ plus activism landscape in Botswana has evolved in the last, say, 10 years. There have been legal victories, growing visibility, and important conversations are happening now in new spaces. But publishing works that address these topics, I think, still presents challenges, both in terms of market reception and the sensitive nature of these conversations in various social contexts. The reality is nuanced. There are generational differences, how open one can be depending on context, and there are complex social dynamics at play. But to have to try to dilute these subjects so that they are more palatable to others, I don't think that's something that I wish to do. I think literature creates spaces that might not otherwise exist. For individuals navigating fear and social pressure around their identity and relationships, stories can offer recognition. They can offer just simple affirmation that certain feelings and experiences are valid and real. But I'm conscious also of placing too much burden on individual stories. I think literature is just one tool among many for social change. For example, just last month, Botswana took part in an art exhibition in South Africa. The curator spoke of flooding the archives, that is, to ensure that previously marginalized voices were incorporated into the national narrative. In the publishing world, we need genuine engagement with the complexity of African LGBTIQ plus experiences. This means moving beyond the assumption that one story can represent an entire continent's worth of experience. We need publishers who are willing to invest in diverse African voices, telling a range of stories that explore the full spectrum of human experience. In the broader cultural landscape, I think we need space for these conversations to happen with less fear and more openness. We need environments where writers will feel safe to explore difficult themes and where readers can also engage with challenging material. So in 2023, I founded the Ahamotse Center, which is a center for the arts, which I hope will continue to provide space for writers and artists, where we can hold hands with others whose aim is inclusivity. And the center represents my belief that change happens not just through individual stories, but through creating platforms where diverse voices can flourish and find support. This work feels like an extension of my writing, just as literature can create centers of space and recognition and empathy. Physical spaces can nurture the writers and artists who will tell stories that are important. My hope is that the work that we're doing will contribute to a broader conversation about human dignity and the right to love, the right to live and love freely.